I'm John Carr, and I'm the Principal Conservator with MCC. We are an architectural and objects conservation contracting business located in Philadelphia. We work on large monumental buildings and small works of art. We have a large client base, institutions, museums, churches, private clients. We do a lot of work on outdoor art, cemeteries, buildings, and small structures. Over the years, we've used all kinds of cleaning systems for historic buildings and outdoor art. Mechanical cleaning, abrasive cleaning, chemical cleaning, water misting, low pressure. But when it comes to using laser cleaning, we found it to be the most effective system for various substrates depending on the results that we want to achieve. We find that with laser cleaning that it's really controllable. The operator can see exactly what they're cleaning by setting the laser properly. We know exactly the levels that we're taking off, and it's also incredibly environmentally safe. We're not creating large amounts of water, there's not a lot of dust, there is no chemical byproduct from the system. We've been using the laser cleaning system for about 4 years now on lots of different types of building materials. And we have found that with our experience and the number of hours that we've put into perfecting this technology, that we can really deliver a safe cleaning system. There's a perception that laser cleaning is more expensive than other types of cleaning systems. However, we have found out that it really isn't that much more costly than other systems because there's a lot of startup and cleanup that is not involved with the laser cleaning system. But most importantly, one of the advantages of the laser cleaning system is the operator can actually see what they are cleaning. With chemical cleaning systems, you don't see what you're cleaning until it's completed. With abrasive cleaning and water misting, the operator can't actually see the substrate that is being cleaned because there's either water mist or dust in between the viewer and the object. As a company, MCC has decades of experience in architectural and objects conservation. Laser cleaning is just one of the services that we can offer for our clients to appropriately clean a historic building or an object. Before we would consider using laser cleaning on any object, it would involve us testing the product and evaluating its effectiveness for any project.
My name is Adam Jenkins, and I am a conservator of decorative arts and sculpture at Materials Conservation Collaborative. I care for decorative arts and sculpture in terms of conserving them, in terms of preserving them, in terms of slowing entropy. I'm here to represent the artwork. A lot of people have a lot of different things that they want the artwork to do. They want to have it on view all the time. They want the public to see it. They want it to look perfect. And I'm there to represent its history and its best interests. So yeah, I care a lot about the artwork personally. And my job is to preserve it in its current state if its current state is not so degraded that it's not displayable. If it's not displayable, then it's my job to restore it as little as possible, to make it viewable, to preserve as much of its history as possible. I get to study every material. I get to understand as much as possible about the material world, and that's where it is. Laser cleaning has been used for 30-odd years in Europe for cleaning buildings, for cleaning sculptures, for cleaning fundamentally stone surfaces, but also metal surfaces. Laser technology, it's a very specific application of technologies that were developed for industry. Fundamentally, they are for surface preparation of materials or depainting. And the way it works is the beam comes out in a pulsed form, particularly very short pulses on the order of nanoseconds. Those hit a soil, and if the soil absorbs that energy, it absorbs the energy and expands very rapidly. And that expansion, actually, the expansion energy is sufficient to throw the particle off. If we look at the entire scope of the project, let's say you're going to do water misting or you're going to do air abrasive blasting. In either one of those situations, there's an awful lot of setup, there's an awful lot of breakdown, and in the case of abrasive blasting, there's an awful lot of cleanup. And if we factor in all that time, we come much closer to parity with regard to cleaning, because with laser cleaning, what we've got is we are taking focused, columnated pulses of light. We're hitting the surface and we're blowing off just the soil. We're talking about milligrams of material coming off, not even capturable. With some of the systems that we're using, we actually can capture it. There's a suction channel at the end of the laser, and it sucks it in, we filter it, nothing comes off. There is no cleanup. At the end of the day, we pack the machine up, we load it in a truck, and we're gone. From the standpoint of cleaning efficacy, there is no contact to the surface. It is a completely non-contact cleaning methodology. So the beam impinges on the surface. It's absorbed very strongly by the black pollution crust. That creates that expansion I was talking about earlier. It blows the black pollution crust off the surface. And when it gets to the lighter colored gypsum below, it's reflected off. So we're actually differentiating between two soft materials with something that is non-contact and doing a very clean job of it.
With all of our treatments and with all of our projects, we are guided by a professional code of ethics from the American Institute of Conservation for Historic and Artistic Works. With this code of ethics, which serves as the fundamental framework, it helps guide us to determine our treatments, our interventions, and our recommendations. These guidelines, these principles serve us on a daily basis. We use them consistently when we're making decisions and when we're making recommendations to stewards of cultural property.
MCC is one of the few companies in the US who's been doing this for a while. I trained on my first laser in, 2001. So I've been doing this 10 years. We have the experience to do the work. We have the experience to do it well and have shown that we can do it well. There are several projects in our portfolio that show exactly the cleaning effects we're looking for on the surface of metal or stone. At the end of the day, we're contractors. We are working to run a business to deal with these things, these important historic objects. But that's not going to get in the way of our caring for the historic objects. Fundamentally, it's the ultimate long-term care of the object that we're concerned about.